He's 59 years old. He was hit with shrapnel, and in the city of Nikopol, over 1,000 of private houses are destroyed. And there are also 500 multi-storied buildings that are destroyed or damaged. The entire territory of Ukraine this week, almost for all regions of Ukraine, has been entirely difficult. On October 10th, the Russians have carried out massive shelling. What were the consequences for Dnipropetrovsk Oblast? What's your situation with critical infrastructure? Dnipro city was hit, and also 2 districts of our oblast where the critical energy infrastructure is located. More than 20% were damaged. There was a big threat that part of the oblast will have no electricity at all, but all energy professionals, all oblast and district services of the energy company, they worked perfectly. And we asked our communities, we asked the citizens to switch off the street lights. We talked to businesses to decrease the load on the network. We had 5 people who died. 1 person died in the hospital. 31 people were wounded. We know where they was. This information and the goal of these hits, I think, is understandable for everyone. Did you manage to restore supply to all the districts of Dnipro? Yes. In Dnipro, in all communities, and in the oblast in general, there is electricity now. We saw that there were hits and there was damage also on the road infrastructure. We saw the speed of renovation in Dnipro city. What is the situation as of right now? Could you please tell us in bigger detail? Well, we all completed the renovation in 24 hours together with the administration and Filatov, the mayor. I think that all the utility services worked very quickly. It took less than a day to repair the road. We understand why this part of the road was hit by rockets. There are certain buildings close there, close to the bus stop. They damaged the buildings and they also destroyed the bus stop. This has been repaired by now. We're very grateful to the community and personally to the mayor. Mykola, we saw the problems that Dnipro faced regarding transportation. The occupants have destroyed bigger part of the buses in the city. What the situation there? Which regions helped you? We haven't restored to 100% capacity yet because we understand that to restore 150 buses, it is impossible right now. Why? Because it is even impossible to place any kind of orders from the community in order for these buses to be manufactured in our companies, because there are certain deadlines for such supply. But Kyiv helped us a lot, and the community also asked all other cities. We are solving this issue. Dear colleagues, your questions, please. Ukrinform, good afternoon. Mykola, you said on your Telegram channel that the oblast accepted 353,000 IDPs. It is, a big town. How are you solving the issues of housing them? And do you have enough resources to help these IDPs? We do have enough resources. We have almost 354,000 IDPs now. Only one time in the entire period of the war, we had the number of people decrease in the oblast. When there was massive shelling, then about 1,500 people moved out. But at first, we had 10,000 people coming. And now we have about 1,500 people coming. Nikopol district, almost all communities are being shelled from the side of Enerhodar, so people migrated. People who lived in Marganets, lived in Nikopol, they moved. The majority of them moved to Kryvyi Rih. This is where about 64,000 of people are located, only those who are registered with the social services. It is impossible to rent an apartment there, and in Pokrov, so the artillery of the enemy doesn't reach there. In Dnipro, there is over 140,000 IDPs, so two big cities, Dnipro and Kryvyi Rih, are the two big cities that have our IDPs. All of them receive help. The majority of people live at their own cost, at the money they earn, but there are also some people who rely on the help of the community, and the communities from their budgets help all our IDPs. We also see the following statistics. Many people are now coming back from the western part of our country, and they stay here, including Kamensky district, Kamenska city. Many people remain there. Also, many people continue to come from the side of Pavlograd, from the side of Luhansk and Donetsk Oblast. Not too many people are coming from that side now, but even 2-3 months ago, there were many people coming, and police built certain ways not to have any problems at the checkpoints. Are you ready for the heat season? Well, you know, everybody is tense around this issue. Now the situation is difficult. There are ways, plans have been developed in case of emergency, although the war is full-scale invasion is the emergency that actually happened to us. But in the districts that are close to the areas of combat, when there is high chance of shelling, we have many cubic meters of firewood. We have also planned places where we will be providing heat to people, and we also talk to the communities that there may be problems with electricity supply for several days. If the shelling continues, everybody understands this, everyone is ready. We cannot tell you any more right now publicly, but we are ready for all the situations. What are the biggest challenges for you as the oblast? Speaking of the challenges, challenge number one, all of us want our armed forces to liberate as quickly as possible the temporary occupied territories. I think this is what all the Ukrainians want now. The second challenge is economy. We're asking everybody to work, to pay taxes, because we see that the war also impacts our budget. We had the meeting of all factions today, the Oblast administration and with all the departments. We planned the meeting of the Oblast Council, and one of the issues are changes to the budget, and of course there is a lot of economic pressure on the community. Thank you for finding the time and joining us during our broadcast. We had Mykola Lukashuk with us. He's the head of Dnipropetrovsk Oblast Council. Dear friends, thank you. We believe in the armed forces of Ukraine. We work on for our victory. Stay with us. Follow our announcements.